dark pink 渦巻くローズグレイペールブルーたちまちに街並みに細い糸限りなく絡まって水玉に弾み出す砕けるワインレッドカーマイン流れるゴーブラウンイエロー渦巻くチェリーダークオレンジ瞬く間に Daydream 遅い夏の午後 Daydream眠りに落ちたなら見えてくスプレーで描かれた虹色のステップを駆け上り飛び出して見渡すと彩る
Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Anon and I write games for fun. So what are we working on today? Well, we are working on ding ding ding, my phone going off. We're working on Project Inchling some more. One second. Yep, we're going to be working on Project Inchling some more because we need to wrap this shit up, lack of a better word. So, yesterday I did a little bit of patching up with the equipment. As you see, I did double down after the encouragement of a few people in the GDG Discord to add in all the weapons. So as you see here, all the weapons are in play, and I also fixed up how combat damage is calculated, just kind of doubled down on it. Let's see what some other ones. Oh yeah. Starting gear, pretty much the kit you start with is what gear, equipment you do start with. Usually it's just a backpack, and then some supplies from there. Fairly simple stuff, not exactly complex. I feel like I'm forgetting something, though. I'm forgetting armor. Oh, God, I forgot armor entirely. Oh, well, golly gee willikers. Guess what we get to do now? We get to do armor. I knew I was forgetting something last night. Let's see. We want to go to... Let's go standard issue. No. What's Table Talk Online's armor look like? Some cheap beer, but I like it. What am I looking for here? Am I looking at Blood Coin and Steel, probably? So let's go open up BCS. Welcome to having a lot of games with slightly different mechanics, so you're trying to find the exact mechanic you're looking for. It's great. Oh God. Oh sweet Christ. Oh sweet Christmas Christ. Okay. Okay, we don't question what we don't question what happened there, do we? Do we? No, we don't. Let's take you. I think I need to do another fix on Table Talk Online. I think it just looks pretty ugly these days. I think I just need to go in there and just start ripping and tearing things out to make sure everything looks nice and pretty, like, because I like pretty things, because pretty things make my life easier. Let's turn down the music so I don't deafen myself with it, because I am a deaf boy already. And let's get looking at things. So, for Project Inchling, we need armor. Armor ranges from 0 to 8 damage reduction. And a maneuver penalty. And a maneuver penalty. So we're going to delete all this. No, generally that's terrible. What am I doing? What am I doing? Notepad add-on, get your shit together. Just what I did last night was just fixing this up. So what we want is armor value, weight, and we'll do movement penalty. Oh yeah, I did slightly edit how combat works as well. Just a slight edit, nothing much. So we go all the way up, we go to combat. Pretty much 2 actions per round, 1 from 2 categories, so you can do a move. You can do a movement and an offensive, yada yada yada. What does vulnerable do? You know what? That might work. How do I want to do this? Of course, I leave the really difficult one for the last part because I am a masochist. Let's check out where Monster Girl Adventure deal with. It looks like we actually have someone in here. Ama. Space distance. Armor and shield both come with an armor value and penalty. The armor value is the amount of damage that is reduced with the penalty. Armor value, AV, and a movement penalty. Blocks incoming damage towards the Inchling. However, some armor has a movement penalty. Has a movement penalty applied to it to compensate for its. That's a terrible idea. Damage towards the Inchling. However, armor and shields both come with a weight that bogs the travelers down with extra equipment. Yeah. So no armor or no armor penalty. So do armor weight. Basic armor pet. So we want to do 2, 4, 6, 8, and 2, 3, 4, 5. And shields, no shield. Blocks. A character's shield has a number of. Actually, we don't want. Because we're dealing with the old system, so armor comes with an armor value. Comes with an armor value that blocks incoming damage toward the Inchling. Our armor comes with a weight that bogs travelers down. Your shield has a number of blocks attached to it. It reflects how often the character can use the block action before the shield is rendered useless. Zero buckler. 2, 4, 6, 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and shield strike. We're gonna take the shield strike out. Actually, I had a big thing with shield strikes for a while. I blame my friend for that because he was obsessed with beating people to death with his shield. And yeah, I think that works. Actually, let's bump you up by 1 so that don't immediately become useless. There you go. So another thing I added was I split all the items into various categories, such as cooking and food, medical supplies, and traveling supplies, and added a few more things, such as lanterns, fuel, medical tools, medicinal medicine, herbal medicine, pipe weed, stitching kits, kind of just a bunch of things to get that feeling across a little bit more. Actually, since equipment is done, we can move on to advancement. So, advancement. Let's bump you up. The Poktal. The Poktal are rarely static. They are individuals who increase their power and ability as they move through the world. The young Poktal is vulnerable prey to the wild world. While a veteran of a dozen journeys, knows the ins and outs of the wild wood. Poktal gains a single experience point. How do I want to do this? Because pretty much I want to base it off travel. So the more you travel, the longer you travel, the bigger your kind of circuit is, the more experience you get. So I want to reward players for going on bigger expeditions by leveling them up faster. But obviously, higher level, the bigger adventures you go on, the harder the adventure actually is, because you have more time, more dangers. 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. It's not exactly an Omega Brain play there. For each outpost, the character visits before returning to their home village. Character on. There we go, there's my back. People are going to get really confused. I just realized I called this title Little Big Planet. And shit posting and drinking. Wow, okay, yeah, I know people are I'm probably going to get little Timmy popping through being this like, Little Big Planet, yeah! Anyone remember Little Big Planet? I loved that game when I was a kid. I thought it was so silly and so fun. First, the character visit before returning to their home village. A character who visits a long off place. How do I want to do this? So I have the wording in my head of what the intent is. If you go on longer journeys, longer adventures, you're going to get more experience. That's kind of a 1 to 2 to 3, not exactly complex. What I'm getting stuck on is how to word it properly. So a character gains experience based on the length of the adventure they go on. Character traveling a village over is going to receive less experience than a character traveling dozens of miles away. Traveling miles away. For each major stump, I'm going to put in quotes, villages, outposts, cities, way stations, etc. The character gains +1 experience on their trip. Gains +1 experience for the adventure, for the trip. I'm actually going to do a footnote right here, actually. Footnote. So a character who visits 3 villages and returns is going to gain 3 experience. Other major contributions or other major aspects of the adventure also give a single experience, such as slaying a mighty monster, delivering essential goods, or completing a story milestone. Heading 1. We're going to do right here, insert footnote. In case anyone's curious of what I'm drinking tonight, I have some Yingling right here. I also bought some Cerveza Tecate, some good old-fashioned imported beer from Mexico. It looked interesting, so I bought it kind of on a whim. I enjoy it. It's cheap, but it's good. I think beer is like a big industry. Fun fact for anyone curious, beer is a big industry anywhere you go because beer is easy to make, relatively speaking, and it's cheap to export. And everyone's always buying alcohol. So, if we go here... Experience points can be spent to improve the character. Directly, or can be converted into barterable materials. Does this indirectly say money is experience points? Yes. We traveler now. We're looking at what do I want to type here? Oh yeah. Attributes score +1. For XP for +1 attribute. +1 attributes. 3 EXP for +1 to attribute. 3 EXP to increase a well-being bar by 2. Increase a health bar by 2. Actually, ain't that many. I had many things to do. So what I'm going to do, it's going to be current value +1 XP for a +1 to increase an attribute. Because again, I don't have skills. Yeah, okay. Spent to improve the character or can be converted into barter materials at a 1-to-1 ratio. Actually, what I should do is soy note. Character deaths mid travel. There is a very likely chance that a character will die in the process of the adventure. This is expected. Character creates a new character. The player creates a new character and joins the group at the next outpost. However, they do not gain the same experience level as their previous character. They start at the beginning. Due to the nature of the game being fairly lethal, isn't so much of a problem, as they can continue the journey unhindered by the fear. And actually, due to the nature of the game being fairly lethal, this isn't much of a problem, as a veteran character can just as easily die as a newbie. All that matters is the player behind the character. There we go. Little bit, dare I say, lethal about me. A little bit callous, but dealing with this is a fairly lethal game as desired. I don't want people to get like too overly attached to their characters, because again, there's a good likely chance that you'll roll badly, or you will roll badly, or the enemy will roll really good, and suddenly they do an insane amount of damage. So what I'm actually going to do is I have my dice bag next to me, and I'm going to get a few d6s out. So pretty much how I did combat. So right now I'm going to roll 5d6. And if I remember correctly, a dagger, for example, does +1 damage. So I want to hit someone with my dagger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll here. So what I rolled was 1, 1, 2, 5, 6. So I'm going to take my 2 1s, because that's the highest value I have, and I do 3 damage. Now, let's say, I'll roll again. Okay, perfect. I rolled 2 3s. 2 3s, 4, 2, 1. I do 7 damage, as I rolled a 6. As I rolled a 6 with 2 3s. Now, you may be saying, wait, Notepad, isn't that physically possible to you roll 3 6s and do 18 damage immediately, and don't Inchling has a maximum of about 20 health? You're correct. And that's why I don't really count dying as a big part, because again, you could roll badly. You may roll 3-5. The enemy may roll 3-5s with a +5 weapon and kill you. Just bisect you. It's not really a fault of the game. It's a fault of why were you in a fight against something that's rolling 5d6 +5 against you? And like, why aren't you killing them faster? So it's due to the lethality of the game. Due to the fact that you want to avoid combat, and Inchlings aren't really designed for combat in the slightest. You don't want to get into these situations, and if you do end up getting into these situations, you want a good way to get out of them just as fast. So there's that entire thing. Explanation there. I'm gonna pop open my second beer because I am a fucking alcoholic and I need help. Smooth. Okay, so we have advancement done. Actually, if we scroll all the way up, we have the basics done. We have pretty much everything you need to actually play the game. So what I'm going to do now is extra notes and play styles. I'm just going to list a few right now. So one of the key ones that I want is actually running the game, travel style, adventure style, odyssey style, and actually pocket style. So we have all our various ones with running how to actually run the game. Non-Inchling creatures to play as. Ooh, I should put it in the enemy section, shouldn't I? I can worry about that later. Enemies, monsters most foul. I can put that right there, actually. Non-Inchling creatures play as. We're going to do fairies. Yeah. Play as. Non-Inchling creatures as PCs. What are some other good ones? Oof. I need an answer to my question. What's some good other side notes? I had these all written down and I just misplaced it. Oh, yeah. Travel over land, sea, and air. Magic and happenstance. Attack on. Okay, so these are our side notes. So we're running the game. Project Inchling. I need a new name, by the way. Project Inchling is fundamentally a game about travel and survival, allowing the characters to go on magical adventures through the big world while confronting its various dangers. However, a game master, actually I'd be its narrator for this one, a narrator may decide that they don't want to run such a game. Such a open game. Some narrators Some narrators like a story. Others enjoy a clear plot progression. These are my notes on other forms of play. So, adventure style. The adventure style game is closely associated with the travel style, with the default travel style. However, the characters are more heroic and more eager to get into a fight. The adventure is mostly about slaying beasts, saving villages, and dealing with problems rather than delivering goods and surviving the winter. So, add plus 10 to all health bars. Make armor and equipment cheaper to purchase. Characters gain experience by completing quests and slaying monsters rather than simply exploring, but still rewarding them for experiencing land. Odyssey style. The Odyssey is an ancient tale that tells of a single man and his crew's desperate trip back home through thick and thin. This style is no different. The Inchling's main goal is to head back to a singular place rather than chart out meticulously in a single area. Their adventure is treacherous, deadly, and episodic, rarely staying in a single place for long. Plus 5 to all health bars. Characters gain a set amount of experience upon reaching certain checkpoints set out by the narrator. These can be specific cities, specific landmarks, or other pieces of information, or other other parts of their daring quest. Pocket style. The pocket style is a method intended to be played if the characters want a bit more structure to their game. And the narrator wishes to have their own player character in the mix. Pocket Style has the Inchlings in the pocket of an adventuring hero. Helping them clear dungeons and save the day from the palm of his hand, from the palm of their hand. Whether they are expendable or treasured assets is up to the narrator. But their success equals the Inchling's success. Characters gain experience when the hero clears dungeons or completes their journey. If the hero were to fall in combat, the characters would either have to seek out a new one or suffer the consequences. Wait a second. We'll zoom into 125. That's a disgusting thing, so make you go away. Oh god, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Next. Adjourn. Notes and such for playing. I always like giving my players options. Because overall, people will take any game they want and will just turn it into what they want to play rather than specifically what you, the designer, would want. I mean, there's a reason people keep trying to make, D&D 5th edition do literally goddamn everything. It's like, that's not, please. It doesn't, you can't be 1920s gangsters in D&D 5th edition. That's not how it works. We would like to believe that is, but we call that game GURPS, and there's a reason we're called SPRUG. And 3. More success. Boga. No, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. It's not great, but actually, what happens if I do this? Yeah, okay, so I'll put a picture right there. Keep this page itself. And that leads us to our next one. bravest and most fell. Those enemies the characters encounter will be roughly on their level, or one of the big ones. Read deadly. But sometimes the characters will come across odd enemies with odd methods of attack. So this section is here to assist. And we're just going to give a few sample enemies. So we're going to do the farm rat, bee, ant. Actually, random bugs. Good old-fashioned bug facts. Let's see, random bug generator. Oh, wait, I know. Oh, give me real bugs. I wish to bad bugs. They won't give me bugs. I feel sad. Press F in the chat for my bug love. Let's see. Oh, sweet Christmas Christ. There goes my back again. All right. Bee, ant, spider. Oh. Pigeon. Or some other smaller creatures that characters can and will come across in the field. Oh. There we go. Got some ferocious animals in here. And we're going to scroll all the way up here. And we're not... Cells. Friendly as a mouse. But won't threaten. Who don't disturb it much. It's bod, bravado, intuition, scholar, willpower. So it's going to have 5 bod, 0 bravado, 4 instinct, 0 scholarship, and 4 will. And it's going to have claws. So it's actually going to have teeth. Which is going to be a +1 weapon. Which is going to be a +1 melee weapon. So technically, a rat, take out my 5d6 here, roll damage. So this rat has officially done 9 damage to you. So it's already done quite a bit. So let's do its second attack, obviously. Oh goodness, it's done another 9 damage. All right, so that has effectively killed an Inchling. The Inchling's at 2 HP now, so let's attack again. Oh wow. It's done 5. It's done 5. Okay, it's killed the Inchling. Okay, 3 attacks and it's killed the Inchling. So, good job, everyone. We did it. And we'll give it a blood of 15. Bee. Actually, bees are too friendly. Wasp. A wasp. Dangerous and angry little beast. Use that would like nothing more than to kill anything that gets in its way. Gets in its way, including you. Bod 3, Bravado 2, Intuition 6, Ska 0, and Will 6. Stinger plus 3 melee weapon. However, it only has a blood of 5. So no, the wasp is attacking you. Let's see how much damage it does. Oh, it does 8 damage its first time because it rolled a 5. Well, let's do it second time. Another 8 damage, 16. Oh. Actually, let's do it. Let's do a little check, shall we? Little investigationos. Are wasps poisonous? Ah, so it's actually a mass poison. All right. So Stinger plus 3 melee weapon. Inflict. Inflict. Illness 3. Illness plus 3. I should also note, this is a flying creature. Fun fact for kids. They'll become slaves. It's like, oh no. Soldier ant. Soldier ant. The beast of no nation except its hive. Soldier ant is driven to defend its territory from aggressors and is rarely alone. Bod 2, Bravado 3, Int 4, Ska 0, Will 3, and Pincers. This is a plus 2 melee weapon, and it has blood 5. I think we'll give it blood 8. Jack that up 4. Jack you up to the 4 bot as well. Make it a little stronger than the average Inchling. In ambush predator that excels at making sure its prey does not escape. This dangerous creature can and will trap, kill, and eat an unwary Inchling. About a strong, 0 bravado. Instinct is going to be 6. Ska is going to be 0. Willpower is going to be 2. Pincers, +1 melee weapon. +3 illness. So we'll do +4, +5 illness. And blood 5. Pigeon. An annoying bird that eats insects and other small creatures it can get a hold of, including you. Bod 6, bravado 2, int 6, ska 0, will 3. Beak, +4 melee weapon. Blood 15. Not exactly the friendliest creature, because birds are scary to small animals, and you are a very small one. A big un is an offshoot of the traditional Inchling family. They are bigger and meaner than the average Inchling, but they aren't the brightest. So they're going to have a bod of 5, bravado of 2, int of 4, a ska of 2, a will of 4. They're going to have a club. Actually, they're going to have a great hammer, a warhammer, and blood 22, blood of 24. But remember, the average blood is 20. Melee weapon. Stun 2, two-handed. Medium armor. AV4. I'm not going to put... take flying away just so I can fit the blood 8 on here. Control Shift 8. Control Shift 8. And non-Inchling. I'm going to actually screw it. Let's finish up Project Inchling today. Non-Inchling creatures as PCs. Sometimes the narrator, depending on the setting, different creatures may fulfill the Inchling role. Be these fairies, brownies, smurfs, or any other tiny entity. When deciding to play such a game with these creatures, feel free to edit the baseline stats of the Inchlings. Overall, by the end of their life path, the Inchlings have 21 attribute points distributed among their attributes. When designing a new race, keep that number in mind. Races with more features or additions, such as wings, may want to reduce the attribute limit, reduce the attribute amount by 2 or 3 to balance things out. However, certain creatures may feel weaker than the average Inchling, in which case add 1 to 2 additional attributes instead. That's all I'm really going to write. I don't really think I need to write much else. Just be like, just bear that in mind in case you do want to do that. I wouldn't, but hey. Some people are like, Inchling equal fairy, and I'm like, that's sort of, I guess. Travel over land, see you there. Inchlings do not move fast. Short legs and fast metabolisms. An Inchling can roughly cross the amount of distance an average human can't. Roughly cross the same amount of distance in a day that an average human can in an hour. compensate. Many Inchlings may decide to use the tried and true method of vehicular travel. When the group is employing vehicles, they move an extra tile. They move extra tiles equal to the speed of the vehicle. They move extra hexes, I should say. Hexes equal to the speed of the vehicle. However, certain vehicles are only suited for certain environments, forcing the characters to drag them across the land if they are incompatible. So, particularly small creatures to ride. So, what I'm going to do travel over land, sea and air. Oh no, people are arguing again. I don't like it when the people argue in the Discord. It makes me sad. Let's see, what am I looking at? Okay. So what we're going to need vehicle, speed, restriction, actually type, restriction, and weight. Mouse mount. A mouse that the Inchlings have trained to act as a mount. While not suited for water travel, a mouse can go most places with ease. They are easily frightened, however. Pigeon mount. Speed 3, type air, restrictions, pleasant weather only, weight, null, because it is an animal. A pigeon that has been trained to act as a mount. Quick and efficient. The pigeon does not like to travel outside its native habitat and on bad days. Teapot ship. Teapot dinghy. Speed 4. Type water. Restrictions water. Weight 10. A teapot that has been converted into a makeshift boat for travel. Well, easy enough to pilot. Its inability to manage on land makes it a heavy burden to bear. Glider 2. Restrictions pleasant weather only. Weight 2. A makeshift hang glider. Glider that Inchlings use to cover a decent amount of territory before setting off on foot. Useful, if a bit impractical over long journeys. Bark boat. 3. Water. Diction water. Weight 12. Actually 10. I'll do 8. The bark that has been converted into a long boat for travel. Not as fast as one would like, but easy to fit goods and supplies in. I need another land mount to do 222. Would be a good land mount. Yep, that would be it. Perfect. Bunny runner. 5 land restrictions. Grassland. No, actually, terrain difficulty 7 or lower. Weight null, because it is a living creature. A bunny that has been trained to act as a rapid response creature to fling the group across long distances. What? Well, fidgety and not liking difficult terrain. Nothing is faster than one of these. 12. Okay then. Speed. Restrictions. We're gonna put you right there. Wait. Table properties, middle, black, center align. It's a very odd way of interpreting center alignment, but hey, what do I know, right? Right. Convert it into a longboat. And one of these, used to cover a decent man. Journeys, they are easily frightened. A pigeon, efficient, the pigeon. Let's see, 7 or lower. There we go. Perfectos. I don't think I want to put this on. I don't think that's... let's do... The magical world of the Inchlings. If the narrator's setting includes magic, consider using these rules if one would like. Each type of magic is akin to a ranged weapon, requiring a target number TN to be hit to successfully cast the spell. Rather than intuition, it would use ska. Use hydro flask. Remember when those were a thing? I remember when those were a thing. My friend was obsessed with them, and I made fun of him for it. Rather than instinct, he would use Scarlet. And the magical world of the Inchlings. Nope, didn't mean to make it heading 1. I meant to make it heading 2. Magical school. Click column. Actually, this is cast the spell rather than it would use Ska. Inchling can choose to specialize in one of many schools of magic out there. This counts as their target number. It would be 5. Target number 5. Every subsequent school chosen increases the target number by 2. Magic is primarily utility. But if used in combat, the character's will counts as the base damage. So you have to roll scholarship to actually hit with it, but your will counts as what damage it's going to do. So it's kind of that double-edged sword there. If you're a very willful person, but you aren't very smart, you're not going to be able to actually hit your spell numbers very often, but you're going to do a lot of damage with them. On the contrary, if you're a very smart person, but not a very willful one, you're going to be able to hit your spells often, but you're actually not going to be able to do a lot of damage with them. So that's going to be their trade-off there, and I think that should balance things out relatively well. So let's actually do the base types of magic, and we're going to say Druidic. Actually, if I have this thing right here, I may as well use it. Magic. Data, turn off filter. Magic school. Description. Referred to as healing, a medical school dedicated to the healing arts to patch wounds, cure illness, and even assist those in dire need to find rest. Referred to as healer. Druidic. The Inchling people are connected to the land, and as such, the druids manage to work out contracts with it to bend to their will. Referred to as druid. Spiritual. The Inchlings have cut deals with spirits in the past, and as such, these spirits lend their aid when necessary. Your ritualist. Fire is an ancient art among the Inchlings who desperately needed to master it to ward off threats to their existence. Pyromancer. Divination. Divination is a tried and true method of the Inchling people. People who rely on such arts to predict disaster, weather, and happenstance. Divine. I'm only gonna put 5 in because it's like I could put more in, but Is it really necessary for me to? Probably not. Holy arts of the ancient world is one shrouded in mystery, one shrouded in faith and superstition. Up to those who can master its light to guide the flock. Cleric. All right. Let's see. We got 49 pages. Scroll all the way up. And let's see how many words. We have 9,057 words. I think I am done with Project Inchling. I will probably do a once-over of it, probably on my own time, but we've been streaming for about a little over an hour and a half. So thank you all for watching. It's been fun. I probably won't stream tomorrow, because tomorrow is actually my birthday. Happy birthday to me. So I'll probably be celebrating that all day. But regardless, I will probably be... Let's see. Don't quite know which project I'll start on next, but thank you all for watching. This will get uploaded to YouTube eventually when I get the Iron Casket stuff done. I've been very bad about uploading things to YouTube. Blame it on being lazy and being a vampire. But regardless, hopefully everyone had fun. Feel free, if you would like to take a look at Project Inchling at a later time, you can go to my site at https notepadanon.wixsite.com/sprugworkshop. Feel free to hop on by or PM me on Discord if you know me there, and I can get you the site, and you can take a look at Project Inchling all you'd like. So, if there's nothing else to do here, I would like to say sayonara. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.